Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario in which what if the three most important blue wall states or the Rust Belt states were to, unusually split apart or break apart from each other in this election cycle. But before we get started, make sure you guys are subscribed, click the bell so you don't miss out on my content, press the like button, share this video. Don't forget, if you're interested, we have memberships. You can find links to that in the description section. So basically, let's begin with the map. And historically speaking, as we all know, the three states, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, always vote in unison. They never break apart. For example, Wisconsin never goes blue, meanwhile, Michigan and Pennsylvania, for example, goes red. That just doesn't happen. If one state goes to one candidate, the rest two will follow. For example, if Pennsylvania goes to Kamala Harris, then the rest would follow. If we're taking a look historically, Michigan and Wisconsin would also go blue. Basically, if, for example, Wisconsin went to Trump, then Michigan and Pennsylvania would do the same things. These states are very similar. They vote in a very, similar way, similar fashion, whatever you want to call it. So, what are Donald Trump and Kamala Harris's path to victory if these blue wall states do break apart from each other, which has not happened in a very long time? I do think if they were to split apart in this election, it would actually go to Donald Trump's benefit. I think it would favor him more than Kamala Harris. And let me explain. Because I think there's a higher chance that Trump wins the election if the three states do split apart from each other. Because Michigan was the bluest Rust Belt state of the three in 2020 by far, by a wide margin, and voted to the left of both Pennsylvania and Wisconsin by nearly 3 points for President Biden. So let's just say if they do split apart, then Kamala gets this state by under percentage point to margin. These states will be close no matter what. I think no matter who wins this election, these three states will be decided by around 1%, no greater than any, that. It's extremely close. Just, a few thousand votes. For example, Wisconsin only went to Biden by 0.6%, which, by the way, is actually less of a margin than Trump's victory in the state in 2016. Just like 20,000 votes. Pennsylvania, same thing, decided by 80,000 votes. Not a wide margin at all. So I do think if Michigan goes blue, Wisconsin will vote for Donald Trump in this election if they were to split in this scenario. And the main reason why I have Wisconsin going to Donald Trump, meanwhile Michigan going blue, because these states are the polar opposite of each other. Wisconsin, by far, was the reddest Rust Belt state of the three in 2020, and not just that, in 2016 as well, and the Obama era, I believe so as well. As we all know, Wisconsin voted to the right of both Pennsylvania and Michigan. Pennsylvania went to Biden by 1.2%, and people were calling it his own home state. So it's not Kamala Harris's home state. So she does not have the advantage, and she doesn't have the name recognition in Pennsylvania as Biden once did in the last election, which is why I think if these three states do break apart from each other unexpectedly in this election, I think that goes to Donald Trump's benefit rather than Kamala Harris. So he will also get the state of Pennsylvania. And then you have the Sunbelt states. I think the Sunbelt's pretty much a lock for Donald Trump. If you take a look at majority of the polling, even the most left-leaning pollsters has Trump up pretty big in the state of Arizona, Georgia as well, and North Carolina is closer, but still I don't think that's going to Kamala Harris. And then you have Nevada, which typically actually overestimates Republicans, but as of right now, it's tilt for Donald Trump according to the polls. So 297 to Kamala Harris's 241 electoral votes. So the reason why that if these states do split apart from each other in this election, that Donald Trump is more favorable in this scenario rather than Kamala Harris, it puts her at a disadvantage, is because that if she can win both Pennsylvania and Michigan, that does not put her at 270 electoral votes. She falls short at just 260. Yet again, Donald Trump needs one Rust Belt state. That is the main reason why, if they do break apart, it goes to Donald Trump's benefit, because she could win two Rust Belt states but still lose the election if Trump just gets one. And even the state that has the least electoral votes in the Rust Belt, which is Wisconsin, has the least, amount of electoral votes at just 10. You have Michigan at 15. You have Pennsylvania at 19 electoral votes. So even if Trump gets the least populated state in the Rust Belt, for example, Wisconsin, and Kamala gets both Michigan and Pennsylvania, she still loses as long as Trump wins down the Sun Belt, like Arizona, Georgia, and keep North Carolina red as it was in 2 straight elections, 2020, 2016, actually 3 straight elections, Mitt Romney as well. And then you have Nevada, which you can give to Kamala. It's not going to do anything. Trump's still going to win the election. And I mean, he lost Nevada in 2016 and still managed to get past 300 electoral votes. So he doesn't need Nevada. All he needs is to lock down Arizona, Georgia, which as of right now, it's most likely going to him according to even the most left-leaning pollsters. And all he needs is just one Rust Belt state, Wisconsin. I think this is the perfect pathway for Donald Trump. So if the 3 Rust Belt states, unusually breaks apart in this election, I think it favors Donald Trump, obviously, because all he needs is one Rust Belt state, which is why it favors him more in this scenario. Kamala would lose if she gets 1 or 2 Rust Belt states. She literally needs all three of them. She needs all of them. And if she doesn't, then if she gets 2 out of the 3, that's still not enough. Donald Trump only needs 1, which is why if the Rust Belt states don't break apart in this election, I think if they vote in unison as they always do in 2024, I think that actually boosts Kamala Harris's chances of winning this election. I think there's a higher chance Kamala wins the election if the 3 Rust Belt states remain as unison and vote in the same direction, all 3 together. Now, if they break apart, I think that actually boosts Donald Trump's chances, like I just mentioned, because he only needs 1 Rust Belt states, as long as he locks down the Sun Belt, with the exception of the state of Nevada. He gets 272 electoral votes, but it's going to be close no matter what. So there you guys go. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Do you think that the Rust Belt states would vote in unison, as they always do, or break apart, which they have not done so in a very long time? And do you agree with me that if they do break apart, it boosts Donald Trump's chances? And also, do you agree with me that if they vote in unison and don't split apart, as usual or typical, then that actually helps Kamala Harris? One last final reminder is to subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss out my content, press the like button, share this video. Don't forget, we have memberships. If you are interested, you can find a link to that in the description section. That's pretty much it. Thank you everyone for watching.